Alright, sorry for the bit of the late start there, people, but we are alive. It's been a hectic day today, so I gotta set some things up still. Okay. I think I have everything set up, changed over, and everything. There's just one more thing I need to do, so give me 2 seconds. Okay. I think we're good now. It just took me a bit, but we'll come back to another game table meeting this week. This week, I believe, I think we can start in Sumeru, right? Yes, we can. Okay, so let's do the daily commissions first, just so we don't have to worry about them at the end. Normally I do them at the end, but this time I just prefer to get them out of the way, make sure they're done, and don't have to worry about anything else. So there's this first one. I think of this. Yeah, it's a kimono place. No way to continue doing business like this. Sorry, I just lost my own thoughts. Are you here to buy some clothes? High class silk from Leeway made out of stock, and but we still have to make the latest kimonos. Yes, before we were able to secure high-end silk from Leeway, such as those from the Feiyun Commerce Guild, makes from silk flowers. But with the current situation here, we haven't been able to import this sort of silk in a while. We've been having to rely on our existing stock to continue operations. Every bolt of silk we use here is one we're not getting back. I originally planned to design some novel kimonos myself, or use some new dyes to make some new cloth and attract customers. But I can't think of anything that might be considered a novel pattern. Traveler, you've seen a lot, I'm sure. Have you encountered any designs that you might consider novel? I see. This might be rather presumptuous of me, but can you help me ask other Outlanders about patterns that we could use? I'm the only one running Ogre textiles and kimonos at the moment, so I can't leave the store. If I want to gather information, I can only ask others to do it for me. Great, let me think. You should ask Miss Tang Wang and Mr. Ramsey. Perhaps they'll have some new ideas. Goodness, I prefer just the ones we go to Hilly Churl Camp and just beat up some Hilly Churls. Because, I mean, goodness, this is a lot. Hello, I was thinking about something and didn't notice you. Any kimono patterns? Afraid I don't know anything about that. But if you're asking me, I think the books might be a great design on a kimono. Books printed on kimono, wouldn't that be interesting? It would be interesting. Whether it's fashionable is a bigger question. Are they? I think they're down here. Don't climb the building. Yep, they're right down here. Hello, you not later come to Inazuma 2. How have you become a real rare sight recently? Kimono patterns. I'm not exactly an expert on that, but if I were to choose design, I'd go with the tea sets. Those look really neat in a kimono. A kimono printed with a tea set design. Now that'd certainly be an Inazuma feel. Is this about done? Okay, there we go. It's right up there, so. Oh, don't go into the water yet. Especially with that low stamina, we would have immediately drowned. Okay. So now we're right here. Did you ask them about it? Great, so what did they say? Obviously, give off all the designs. Books and tea sets. That's interesting, but how should we make them exactly? I need to give this a bit more thought. Thank you, this information has provided extremely useful to me. Please accept these as a token of my appreciation. Okay. Oh, there's one right there. We haven't unlocked the waypoint to it yet, so we gotta just walk to it. Sounds fun to have to walk all the way over there. And while we're over here, we'll definitely unlock the waypoint. because I'm not in the mood to have to keep walking over here like this. Gosh, that sun is so bright. It looks like it's gonna like blind me. Goodness. Also, it's one of these. Great.
Let's get down to business.
I don't know why I'm being hit with electro. I don't get it.
Let the show begin.
My blade.
Suck him up again. Nope. Apparently that's not gonna work.
How's this?
Alright, come on.
To the fairy. How's this?
Okay, get him. Now I'm gonna take a guess it's gonna be one of those big ones for the final enemy.
Windblade. Rain outlined your fate. I'm going in.
Alright, let's see how much.
Prepare to be blown away.
Oh, well, that didn't do anything. Neither did that. It's better than talking, though, so I prefer doing this. Rather be in a battle than a cutscene. Well, not cutscene, but a, like one of those like, chatting scenes. Okay. So... Oh, well, apparently we got knocked in the water too far.
No, my sword.
And there we go. I don't think... Oh, we can get stuff. Okay. We didn't get anything from the other enemies, though, so that's weird. I do want to break this, though. I don't know why, but I feel like it'd just be nice to get it out of here. Alright, and then we can go up here and grab this. Okay, so we can go the next one, which I'm not quite sure. I was over here. So we have to jump and fly all the way over. Okay, so now it's right down here, looks like. Okay, so it's right down here, it looks like, and we can just sit here and fly for the next couple of seconds before our stamina runs out. Let's dive down before we get in trouble. It's way too far away. Isn't this the... Yep. This is the one where you have to try to hide ourselves and grab the resources before they find us. We think right now the opportune moment because he's walking away. I definitely grabbed that one. Now all we gotta do is run away from it and we're fine. Doesn't even matter if he sees it at this point, it doesn't affect us in any way. See how fast that mission can be if you just don't get caught by them. Last time he got really unlucky and he just turned around at the worst moment. And the fact that they could basically see through walls, but that's a different issue. How do we... I think I'd rather teleport here and then walk around. Because I think it's going to be way too long otherwise. I mean, it's going to be... I guess it's going to be terribly long anyways, but we didn't have to at least climb that way. So fly down this area and then it should just be a straight walk over. Albeit a long one, but still a straight walk. And I could do that puzzle, but I don't think that should be a priority right now. Just gonna want to get these quests done, and then we can start in the next region. Actually, let's grab this waypoint while we're at it, or waystone. Then we don't have to worry about doing this whole thing again. Oh, one of those arrays. Well, that stinks. Not in the mood to fight it, so I'm just gonna run away. What in the world? Wouldn't let me climb up there, and that was interesting. Okay, now we gotta swim out. I think it'd be best to start from over here just to make sure we have the stamina left for it. Yeah, we'll be fine. I just wanted to make sure we had enough. And there's like no question.
It's my lucky day. There's more.
I wonder if I can put him in the tornado. No. Wishful thinking, I guess.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain.
See no more.
Windblade.
Uh-oh.
To the fairy.
That lightning definitely helped me there. Even if it did some damage.
To the fairy.
Awesome. Now let's just see if we can get him struck with lightning as well.
Let's light it up.
Nice.
Adventures.
He even gets struck with lightning too. Albeit it wasn't much damage, but it was at least a bit more than I'm doing.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Be gone.
And he ran away straight into the thing, or the hurricane. Almost.
Let's
Oh, that's it. Nice. There should be all of them done, so now we can go back and claim them all.
Add Thank you for
Daily commission reward. Nope, I did not mean to do that. Okay, do that. Do this. And do that. So now all of our expeditions are done. And now the only thing we really have to worry about is the next Archon quest. So let's just send ourselves over there. Let me grab whatever's in here and delete this. There we go. Now you have a new region to go to. Alright. Cool. And now we can finally go there. I don't know why it took that long to teleport, but that's fine. Go through this little tunnel, and it should lead us to the the new forest region. Or we could just follow this little dude, and he'll take us there too. Oh no, don't. Okay, I thought it was gonna stop me and do a cutscene. I'm like, let me at least get him to his home first. Four-leaf sigil. Crest looks like a four-petaled flower. Some appear in a Sumeru. When those who manipulate the elements are facing one such crest, they can use it to travel swiftly. Sometimes you find cluster leaves of cultivation that can scatter these four-leaf sigils around. Use their abilities to make your adventures easy. Which they do indeed make things easy, but I want to get him to his home first. Okay, there we are.
A reward on the road.
Now we can activate the new cutscene.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your brother. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Well, that's always convenient.
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
And it'll allow us to show off the new little mechanic with the four-leaf sigils.
There's someone up ahead. Perfect timing. Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there.
We're more just
We know
adventurers,
someone
but
around
it's
here
fine.
And seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh?
She definitely did not care.
Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Oh,
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that.
dang.
Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
That was rude.
Even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Good idea, because I don't think she's gonna help us.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
I will, however, go up here first. Then we can claim this and unlock the next part of the region. There we are. Oh look, and we already have the map to Sumeru City. I don't know why we need to discuss this any farther. Oh, look at that. What are those? Did you see them? Little round plant-like things, right? Gone just like that. We should ask around when we get a chance. They were indeed adorable, though, so. Probably why they were hiding. They were worried that we were just going to take them.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
I don't think she vanished. I think she just went into a cave. I don't think it's that hard to understand that.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case.
Well, yeah, considering it's a cave, it's not that hard to see.
Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
I mean,
What
and
should
she
we do
is?
now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but whatever.
Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Yeah, that figures. We end up getting affected by
What's the
something.
matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
I've got to get out of here. And obviously too late, like always.
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
Wonder what's happening now. Well, that's not the first thing I want to see when I wake up. Wonder what's going on here. Because it's definitely not normal, whatever it is. And it's dangerous to boot. That's great. No, I didn't hear the voice at first, but now I hear it. Wonder what the voice is. Well? Don't know what's happening here, but it's definitely not normal.
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Well, I'm glad we
Oh,
were
thank
saved by
goodness,
something.
Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
Oh, good job.
This is Gandharville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Well, I'm glad someone helped us.
No
Since
thanks
Paimon, I'm sure,
necessary.
didn't do nothing.
I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's
Yay.
herbal medicine you're tasting.
Of course,
He gave you
medicine
some
can
while
never
you were
not be bitter.
Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Not great.
Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Well, I'm glad he was right outside the door.
The guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Well,
Right? This is the second
Jeez.
time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
well, dang. Somebody obviously is very a stickler.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
Well, that would be
It
nice.
is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has
I
no
say,
effect
why
on
was
most
it effect
people.
on me?
But for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Of course, I'm one of the few, like
Very
always.
good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
Does he not even know?
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room, and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on, and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Well, obviously something is
Wait,
very
hold on
important.
a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
Something's not right about this.
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
What in the world?
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The
I mean,
rainforest
makes
is home
sense,
to many
but
fierce
still.
animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell.
I
Okay.
guess. Makes sense.
Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know.
Oh, so I'm not the only one who feels weird about this.
What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
But it does feel a little weird, but I mean, I don't think I saw
You mean
hallucinations.
The vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those What could they be?
But I think he knows. He seemed to be awfully intrigued after we said that. I saw the vision, felt like I was seeing it deep underground. The red sky could have been Conria.
Considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's saying telling the truth.
That Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Good question. Very good question.
Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
I love how we don't trust Tainari, but we trust Kale. Nice.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Well, we're in Sumeru, but we immediately got knocked unconscious, so glad I unlocked that statue while I did.
Alright, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
No.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
What? I don't know how I have Hydra applied to me. I didn't think I touched any rain, but I guess I did.
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up
Sounds
to it,
fun.
you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! Alright, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So,
Cool. We need to go into a patrol this
what
fast.
exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are
Goodness,
met,
they do everything.
and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way!
Jeez, Kale does everything. That's kind of impressive.
In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Let's do this viewpoint real fast, and then...
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
A little wobbly. It's like against the ground. What?
No problems with this lamp. Good.
Grab the lizard, and then... Oh, I was gonna grab that last
The
fruit
Statue
or
of the
whatever.
Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
Nah, we can get up there.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas.
Well, that does indeed help.
By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
There's two of them.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon.
Oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense.
The rainforest, as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
Maybe like 500 years ago?
According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Nothing.
I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
That's never a good sign.
You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Because you two know Amber, right?
What?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Well, I guess we are known.
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example
Well,
of a
someone's
true
a fan, I
outsider.
guess.
She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
She's still going. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well,
Probably
after
because he
I
heard
returned
about
to
us.
Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion.
No, that's convenient.
I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Sarastana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful.
At least we got some more
There
info.
is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
I bet that's a long story.
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? We have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Okay. Let's go up top real fast and clean that off. Where is it? There it is. Not sure how to clean it, but you know, whatever.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
You would think the first
You
one,
might
but
be right. The statue does look kinda old. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
oh, so I don't have to do anything. They just clean it themselves, apparently.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
I don't. Since I have played through before, there is this next scene that I'm not sure I'd necessarily like, so we'll
Hey,
see.
don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops!
Ah, no! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Smart.
Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Well, heck yeah. Look at that.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh,
Jeez, Paimon.
I guess it happens from time to time.
So,
Be a bit nicer, would you?
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
Because I put up with you.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master's actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
Well, at least we know why you won't go into the city. Oh, geez, speaking of your... Yeah, you know what?
I know, right? They've always wanted to pet them, too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher. helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Wow.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that.
There's a lot, apparently.
Speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
That was nice of him.
Kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
What did you do?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is she going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
I think this is the part. I say it because it definitely didn't. It's rough, so we'll get through it. It's fine.
Hey! Now even Kale started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some primordial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
I know it doesn't seem as bad as it is, but it's just, I don't know, something about it is like really awkward for me, and it just,
Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
it also saddens me, but that's just me.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Yeah, first, it kind of,
Huh?
it's just kind of sad,
What
unfortunately.
was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
There are, I don't know where they're at, but there are definitely, like, comics and stuff that kind of explains what happens with her. That's why it makes it even worse, honestly.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Yeah, obviously we accidentally messed up on that one. And then we just reset the time. Alright, let's...
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
One can only hope, right?
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
And obviously not, since
Tainari,
since
what are you
Kale
doing
looks
here?
to be out.
Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her.
No,
This
jeez.
sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for
Sounds
her
like
to
a
have
doting
you two
dad.
here.
Jeez.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Alrighty then. Obviously, it's nothing that she needs to appear again.
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to.
Oh.
And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
That never sounds good.
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
Nah, I
In
don't
its
know what
final
that is, but
stages,
alright.
The disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
No.
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Oh no.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Oh boy.
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
That's why I said it was so rough.
By the way,
this
Paimon,
is
Kale wanted
just
me to
so
tell you that
unfair
she's
for her.
sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Once
Well,
again, it's hard not to feel
too
bad
serious
for her.
at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, why can't we come along?
We'd like to to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
Yeah.
Problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari?
How
Where
far is it?
exactly are we?
It's up there. Okay.
Nilot Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Well, that's a good thing.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large
Obviously
petals
someone's
are actually the
knowledgeable about all
plant's
of them.
leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the
Interesting.
Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, huh.
We didn't need the info dump.
There should be Nilot Pala Lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
Uh-oh.
If you could manage
I
to
see
gather
that
4
mushroom
of them,
looking at me
that
like
would
he
be
wants to hit me.
sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Oh no. I was honestly expecting him to attack me, so that's impressive. There's a lot of them, though.
All right, we've gathered enough Nilot Pala Lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Can't hurt to grab the rest of them, though.
Hey, Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
No. Something happened. Well,
Oh,
I think something happened. It's taking
someone's
forever.
calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Yeah, never a good sign.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back?
That dude on the left looks happy
Patrol
about
route
that,
you were
though.
on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand.
Well, I don't know what's going on, but
You
that
made
seems
the
like a
right
bad
decision.
thing.
I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The
Okay,
affected areas
and
not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place.
But I have elemental
As Amir
powers,
said,
so...
Only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
Yeah, then we good.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't ask questions.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, alright, you two may accompany me.
Well, he churned his tune real fast.
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Alright. I think I see something. It looks like it up there.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Especially since the atmosphere just changed.
Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Alright, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after all.
Yeah, don't worry about
Even
me.
with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Didn't even give me time to say yes or no, but okay.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
I'm gonna quickly pop up here and grab this. Or at least I think I was going to, but goodness, it's a tall mountain. Wait for stamina to come back up and climb back up again. Mm-hmm. There we go. I was trying to find a spot I could stand on. Now that we have that, we can just keep climbing up here. Now we can make it all the rest of the way. Cool. Now we can clear out the withering zone. Ooh, these things. I didn't do anything. Let's grab this and see. Strange spirits accompanying the appearance of the auspicious branches are Dendrograna, which symbolizes the protection of Dendro. Withering is not a fixed location. Instead, it refers to an area that has been corroded by some sort of mysterious and ominous power. These areas' character will accumulate decay. Speed of the accumulation will differ depending on the withering zone you're in. Dreadful Withering. Depending on how much decay you have accumulated, all your party members have their all elemental resistance, physical resistance, and max HP dropped. Stats will decrease more in accordance with the amount of decay. If you remain within the withering zone after you fully accumulate decay, all your party members will fall. Oh. It's like an insta-death. Oh my goodness. That's nice to know. Dreadful Withering. Must use the power of Dendrograna to clear the withering away. Only via this method can you destroy the withering branches that have spread this corrosive power. Only when all withering branches within the withering zone are destroyed can the tumor of the withering at the beating heart of the area be destroyed. Most withering zones can be destroyed this way, but within the withering zone, candles of life and flames of life may appear and increase and decrease the accumulation of decay. Prepare for the worst before entering withering zones. Well, I guess this will be an interesting experience. So I'm going to take a guess it's these. Then attack the withering branches with charge attacks or aim shots. Okay, so I have to... That didn't look good. Looked like it would have exploded. Yeah, I'm gonna try to back away when I do that. It even looks like they have little arrows pointing to where they're at. Oh, I ran out. I love how the enemies aren't really attacking me, they're just kind of living their life.
Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
And obviously that includes defeating the monsters, so that's great.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Shouldn't be too hard though. It really isn't. Jeez, things going down fast. And then can we clear it now, or? Nope, I guess we have to defeat the other enemies. Then once I think we defeat him, we can finally get rid of him, or get rid of it, I guess. That's weird. It's not like applying anything to him.
Windblade.
Oh, there you go. There's a little blooming thing.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
And then we can go over here and destroy it, right? Yep. There we go. Now the area's back to where it's supposed to be.
Normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that
That's
simply meant
strange.
more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants.
That is never a good thing.
And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Well, that's definitely not good.
Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Interesting.
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru.
Good thing
for
we came here
millennia.
just in time,
It's
because
said that it
obviously
originates
things are
from
going
the
down.
depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Nope.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
What? Spreading and descending massive cavern sounds like a lot when I saw when I lost conscious in the cave.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
It would be nice though
The
if he told us what our
Dendro-Archon is known as the
vision
god of
was.
wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro-Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Oh.
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevada's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Well, that part should be easy since we got rid of the most dangerous part. There really isn't a teleport point there. Because that's not aggravating. And we can just quickly travel around using these.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that?
A bird? Yes, that is indeed a bird.
No, Hypatia!
No, that's a bird.
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This dusk bird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
Immediately like, oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes. Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
Maybe you should have packed more food.
You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Goodness.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her, well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say,
I'm sorry, what?
Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you 2 bring these to her?
Wait,
We
you want
can,
us to
but
bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
cool, so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may
What does that
ask,
have to mean with anything?
when I was telling you 2 about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. It's at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what
That's
you
a
saw is
first.
of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevada. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
Well, I'm glad I was finally told the truth.
When
Took
you
long
passed
enough.
out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was
Yeah,
because when
rude.
we ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
And where is he going? Good to know the bird flew off though and didn't even try to
Here,
stay.
Take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Well, heck yeah.
No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Maybe next time someone should prepare rations for themselves before going into the forest alone.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Time to see what's in here.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
What does she use farther back? Oh well. Time to see what's in here now. What in the world? She even has some food. What is that? What in the world? I don't know what it was, but it's adorable. I love it. And let me guess, it's gone? Yeah, that's a first.
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry. Eat water.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
Well, once again, this is why you don't go on adventures without getting food.
Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Well, that's always a good sign. Bunch of mist and
How'd things out here end up looking like this?
now it could just be me, but I'm fairly confident it doesn't look like this.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Yeah, I don't remember the outside looking like this. At least to my knowledge, I guess. Oh, a little.
This place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about
Sorry,
that
guys.
cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look.
Unfortunately, we gotta
Who knows?
defeat him.
Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Had to get the chest. Yes, bouncy glowing mushrooms. They're fairly self-explanatory. You bounce, you go up. I guess. Actually, there's a chest over here. Looks like. So let's unlock this and then go back over. Alright, what's back here? Behind probably like what, door number 1 of 20? What in the world? What is going on? And now we're in Inazuma. What?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Yeah, why are we in Inazuma? I don't understand. Oh, and now we're teleporting again. Oh, and we're back. I guess. Primeval Rossin. Find Primeval Rossin sealed paths that correspond with them in domains. Click 3 of them to unlock the corresponding path. Pretty easy to get, honestly. Let's bounce up here. Then we can turn around and go over here. And there's our next path. Or our door number 2, I guess. What in the world? What's over here? We gotta go over here first to explore everything. What in the world? Oh, this is the entrance. That's weird. Alright, I guess. Break this open. Just break all these open, get all this stuff home. Okay, and then we can...
Let the show begin.
throw on some elemental things and start beating them up again. And we should be able to do this and finish him off. Oh, finished him off, but I guess there's more enemies. Can we... I wonder if we can drown him by, like, smack him into this little pit right here. I guess it doesn't matter because we just basically one-shot him. And we'll just use ults, because why not? And we'll just essentially smack him around. Now we're gonna get smacked around unless I run. Getting close though.
I'll protect us.
And finish him off. Ooh, and we even get a teleporter. Oh my goodness, we are really going somewhere. I guess we're finally there, right? Here's number 2. Oh, I was like, how do you get back? Sheesh. And the next one is... Oh, it's literally just sitting here. Nice. Makes our little quests a bit easier to do. put in all three, activate the door, and go through. Oh, teleport again. Oh, look, back to Inazuma.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Am I about to pass out again? Wouldn't be the first. We got this. We just gotta stand right here. There we go. What just happened? What the? Wait, what the heck? That was a picture. That's so weird. Something is going on here. Something weird's going on, and I'm not too sure I like it. Oh, teleport again. Right, and then we just travel over. Oh, I guess we're going up. Did not know that. Hmm?
Looks like we meet again, traveler.
What are you doing here?
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
But no, really, like, what are you doing here?
Rain
I don't get it.
Let's dance.
Get out of here!
Okay, well, let's do that.
Just prepare to be blown away!
Okay, I just keep smacking him a bit.
Out of the way! It's gonna hurt in the morning. No, my
I love how
soul.
the Benny not back actually like got me out of it getting hit.
Windblade,
Let's light it up!
let the show begin.
Alright, someone needs to stop attacking.
Get out of here! Out of the way!
And once again, the knockback saved me.
Witness the power of Gawa. Huh? Off we go! Get out of here!
I definitely feel like this is a bit easier than last time. I don't know why though.
Let's dance.
Everybody stand back!
And he goes out of my range again. Can't let him attack if I keep stunning him out of it. Oh, that's not good.
Windblade,
That's not decreasing at all. There we go. I was wondering, I was like, I can't hit it anymore.
why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize
Yeah, right. You can't stop me.
Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
I ain't sure about that one.
And family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
You can't make me do anything. Nope, I guess we got kicked out, huh? Oh, was all that just now? Strange to feel like I was dreaming for a moment there, but I can't remember what I saw.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Didn't we
Well,
already
the
do
news
this?
is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Oops.
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk
Had another
about this
dream
later.
again.
We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
No, no, it is not.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
She's like so quiet. You gonna say anything or what?
I see.
Is it music, anything?
So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind
I
of
wonder if someone did it.
that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by
Neighbor?
and saw me like this.
Your neighbor?
Neighbor?
You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Does it kind of look like a cabbage? Yeah, pretty much.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia,
Interesting.
just what
It's
kind
nice to
of
know
creature
now.
is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irmin's soul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity,
Poor dude was just
I began
dancing.
to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then you were knocked
And then
unconscious.
I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't
Weird.
as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
At least we know they're not bad people.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Yeah, how about you eat first? That'd be
Sorry
great.
about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves.
What's Paimon's problem?
Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're out, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
You need to start eating. Oh my goodness. Not gonna last very long if you can't eat.
All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Cool. Well, love how we just make a huge box lunch in like 2 seconds.
Are you already finished cooking?
Is that about how it goes?
Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
I don't know why I have to give it to her. Can't just eat it together, I guess. Delicious meal. Tell Hypatia about connecting with
Even
Irminsul.
though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me
Guess I'm
nearly
special,
3 years
huh?
before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
Yeah, you definitely lost me there, but that's fine.
That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer understanding as you remain in Sumeru.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in
That
any
stinks.
scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, at least we're not going to pass out like last time.
I must admit,
Transfer back over. That's my bad.
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby.
I forgot that I had the screen turned off. That's my bad.
It's a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that
What?
true?
Very interesting.
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Very intriguing.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City.
Not sure about that one, Chief.
Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again.
Sounds
But then,
awful.
on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself.
Very,
World
very
will
interesting.
get me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
If you two
What?
are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds flew by.
Definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And, how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Okay. We're back. I just wanted to give some time. But yeah, obviously, something big's going on here.
Tainari, what was that all about?
And the fact that Tainari doesn't
It's
like them
nothing.
one bit.
Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all
Good
that
on him.
can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Anybody at all would be nice.
My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this item is the very basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its
Is it
usage
gonna
fall under
actually
the
show it?
Academia's expertise.
Can I
so
see it?
I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that... That's right! Tainari,
I wonder how Kale's
we have
doing.
something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Aww.
Thanks, Tainari. Alright, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
So let's go over there and do that then. Oh, if I don't fall off the bridge first, what in the world? There you go. Climb back up. Cool. And we're here now.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
We'll definitely be back to see her soon, because we love it.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. Not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
It does kind of make me feel sad.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets.
Oh yes,
I told
we
you
got the
that I'd
recipe.
give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Can't wait to come back sometime.
I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Okay. I know it's an hour early, but I also think this is kind of a good stop to stop at, and the fact that just I'm gonna be doing some stuff later today, and I kind of need some time to prepare. I'll end things here. Yeah, I think we got through a decent amount of the story today, so that's really good. And I kind of hope next time we actually get to see, because there's something I'm wondering about, whether we'll see the Akasha terminals or not, because there's a reason. We'll see. I don't know if you actually see them or not, so I guess we'll find out. But yeah, thank you everyone who came out today, and for those watching this back later, I really appreciate you watching. And just know that this will probably be split up, just so the mere fact of, like, you know, there's some areas that I need to cut out and kind of make a bit better. It's fine. This isn't anything you guys need to worry about. But yeah, hope to see everyone on Wednesday for our stream on Honkai Star Rail, because I'll definitely need that stream. It's gonna be a rough week. I still have a lot of stuff to do, so I am excited to see everyone then. Until then, I hope everyone has a good time, and this has been